Hey guys, Troy Schuyler here, Roseburg real estate broker, troyschuyler.com. I'm going to talk with you guys about what to expect when you get a HELOC, home equity line of credit. It is a common way that Roseburg homeowners do renovations nowadays, but it also comes with some risk. I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that I was thinking about today, coming up with, that might help you when deciding whether a HELOC is right for you, or at least when you go down and meet with your lender, you'll have some intelligent questions you can ask them. Number one, the most important thing is to shop around. Don't jump on Google and just take the first bank that comes up, so they must be the best. You might end up costing yourself a lot of time, grief, and money in the future. So shop around. A lot of times credit unions and banks have introductory offers. Sometimes they have specials and things like that. It may be not even your bank. You might look around at some competition, some of the other banks in town, and see what they have to offer, and look online too. But the key is to shop around. Don't just take the first one or the one that you're used to, because it just may not be the best deal for you. You want to ask about the margin. This is an important one because this can cost you a lot of money down the road. Just because you see on the sign on the bank the 3.5%, home equity line of credit or whatever, you need to know what the margin is. If that's it, that's it. Or ask your lender, what's the bank margin? So for example, what that means in real life is, let's say they offer you 3.5%. That's your introductory rate a lot of times. And let's say the bank has a 2% margin. That means what you're going to be paying is 5.5%. So just because it says 3.5% on the sign doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be paying 3.5% if there's a bank margin there. So you need to know to ask that question. That's a big one. That's an important one. Number 3, ask about the conversion clause, or if there's a conversion clause. Not all HELOCs have a conversion clause, but a lot of times they do. It's important to know that before you go down and sign on the dotted line, of course. Conversion clause basically just takes a adjustable rate mortgage or an adjustable rate line of credit and converts it to a fixed rate. So home equity line of credit being a line of credit, it is an adjustable rate product. And so you want to know if you can, down the road, when all your renovations are done and you owe $20,000 or whatever it is, that you can convert that to a fixed rate. So that'll give you more of a manageable fixed rate to budget on, so you can have a plan to repay that loan maybe quicker than what you would if it was an adjustable rate. So your payment's always the same. That's another important thing to think of. Number 4, watch out for balloon payments. These things sneak up on us. They just do. Even if you know you have a 5-year balloon payment or a 2-year or even a 10-year balloon payment, it's important to know that it's there. Don't ever get one if you're not financially able to balloon that thing off. If you're questionable about that, I would never recommend that somebody does that unless they're really set up financially really, really well. And so know that up front, whether it has a balloon payment or not, because like I said, they sneak up on us, and it's probably one of the most common reasons we see foreclosures and financial distress in our area in Douglas County here, is a lot of times there was a first and the person was doing just fine paying off the first, but then they went out, they got a second, they maxed it out, and now they just, they have a balloon payment. They can't pay it off. The number 5 is a lot like that, and it's in line with that, the mismanagement of funds. Make sure you have a management plan. Who's going to be handling the money? Who's going to be handling the payments? Who's going to make sure this money goes to the project that you have it allotted for, so you don't mismanage funds? Along with that, watch out for the balloon payment. That number 5 can really mess people up, and it's another big reason we see foreclosures and defaults in our area here in Roseburg, is because people don't manage the funds. They end up paying the school tuition, or they end up paying the car off, and different things like that. Next thing you know, they're buried in debt. They didn't plan for it. They don't have the budget for it. They could make their first payment, but they can't make their second. So now they're out of a house and they lose everything at that point, which is not a good place to be. So make sure that you're prepared with that. Home equity line of credit can be a good thing to do if you're on top of it, if you understand it, if you know your stuff, and if you have a repayment plan in place to know how you're going to pay this thing off. So it's not something that's going to hang over your shoulders for the next 20 or 30 years. Who wants that? So the key is to be debt-free, mortgage-free in the future. If you have a house to sell, you want to know what your equity is in it, just want to know what the property is worth. give me a call, 541-643-1131, or just jump online, check it out online, request a property evaluation on my website at troyschuyler.com. It's TROYSCHUYLER.com. Take care. Thanks for watching.